rendering service to the devotees. The most important aspect by which we can grow in devotional service. Okay. आराधनानामपि सर्वेषां विष्णु आराधनं परं तस्मात् परतरं देवी तदीयानां समर्चनम्. Try to memorize this verse. Tadiyanam Samarchanam. Very important verse. I think I spoke about this when it came to how to worship Lord Shiva. Understanding him as Tadiyanam. It is a service to Vaishnavas. He is Krishna's person. Tadiyanam. Tulsi Maharani, Krishna's person. When we render service to the devotees, we should understand they are Tadiyanam. Tadiyanam means Krishna's servants or Krishna's person. Aradhananam api sarvesham. Now, Lord Shiva tells to Parvati, Aradhananam api sarvesham. Above all the Aradhana, Vishnu Aradhanam param. Vishnu Aradhana is the topmost. But beyond even Vishnu Aradhana, Tasmat Parataram Devi, Tadiyanam Samarchanam. Even beyond Vishnu Aradhana is the Aradhana of the devotees. That means service to the devotees. So understanding the position of Lord Shiva is very, very important. Mayavadis, or you can say the Karmis, they don't understand the position of Lord Shiva. Sometimes out of foolishness, they think that Lord Shiva is God. No, Lord Shiva is God's. Tadiyana. God, first of yes, he belongs to Lord. That is how now the Sandarbha is going on. Lord tells to Shiva that go and stay in Bhuvaneshwar. Bhuvaneshwar is my place. Go and stay there. Then Lord Shiva says, I want to stay in Jagannath Puri, near you. Lord says, don't worry. Wherever you are there, I am there. So in Bhuvaneshwar also, I am there. You don't worry. You be there. I'll be in Puri. But wherever you are there, I am there. That is how we have Pancha Ishvara or Pancha Shiva temple in Vrindavan also. In the Govardhan Vrindavan. In whole of Brajamandal, you can say. Panch Ishvara temple is very important. You have Nandeshwara in Nandagram. Then you have Gopeshwara, that is in Vrindavan. Then you have Bhuteshwara, this is in Mathura. Then you have Chakreshwara near Mansi Ganga, Chakratirtha, Chakreshwara. Then you have Kameshwara near Kamyuga. So all these Ishvara temple means that is Lord Shiva's temple. Shiva temple, 5 important Shiva temple, which has been given, which are near Lord's temple. They are the most important 5 Kshetrapal. They are also known as Kshetrapal. Lord Krishna tells that you will be always called as Kshetrapal. You are the one who will be protecting the place. You are the one who is going to give protection to the devotees also. That is why Lord Shiva is known as Kshetrapal. So Lord Shiva tells, Aradhananam api sarvesham Vishnu Aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. Okay. Next is 215. तृतीये च यत्सेवया भगवतः कूटः स्थस्य मधुदिशः रतिरासो भवेत् तीव्रः पादयोः व्यसनार्दनः. Third canto also speaks about it. By serving the devotee, one will develop a fixed manifestation of bhava for the feet of the Supreme Personality of God, possessed of an eternal form, the enemy of Madhu. That bhava vanquishes one's material distresses. That is why association of devotees, serving the devotee, that is more important. See, we'll be reading the book, everything is okay. We should not become just bookish. Or we'll memorize the words. What is practical application? We should visit the temple, serve the devotees, take part in all the programs. Then only we can understand the words very nicely. Just all will become armchair philosophers. We don't want to become armchair philosophers, right? We want to become a wonderful Vaishnava. Vaishnava is the one who develops the bhava, the lotus feet of Lord. That can happen only by service to the devotees. So Jiva Goswami says, from Kutastha, what is the meaning of Kutastha? That which is everlasting with one form. By service to the devotees, there will be a fixed manifestation of Rati. Rati means Bhava, a fixed manifestation. Tibra. Tibra means you're just fixed up for the feet of the pillar of the Madhu temple. So if one's consciousness should be fixed up in Krishna, just serve the devotees. Simple, simple. Just serve the devotees. By serving the devotees, automatically one's consciousness there in the lotus feet of the Lord. Now 216, Skandecha is the next paragraph. In this you have 216, 217, 218, 219 and 220, 219, 219. I'll read all. 216, Skandecha. Shankachakrankitam tanu Shirasa Manjaridharah Gopichundan Liptango Drishtaschet Tadagam Kutaham. Where sin is for the person who has seen, where sin is there for the person who has seen a Vaishnava whose body is marked with conch and disc, who has Tulasi Manjari on his head, and whose limbs are smeared with Gopi Chandan. So when you see a devotee, when you say he is a devotee, that is what is expected. His external appearance is expected if he calls himself a Vaishnava. What is that? Kanti should be there. At least externally one should one should look a Vaishnava. One should understand how he is a Vaishnava. Internally, okay, that we have to decide whether we are a Vaishnava or not. Because there are 6 qualities we should have, which Kapil Muni tells to his mother. Titiksha Svaha Karunika, Suradharvadehina, Majata Shatru Shanta, Sadhu Bhushana. And these 6 qualities are internal qualities, but external, Kanti should be there, Vaishnava Tilak should be there. So at least by that one should understand, oh, he is a Vaishnava. Just imagine somebody comes in chaddi and pant, chaddi and t-shirt to the temple. Will you call him a Vaishnava? Though he may be a very great Vaishnava within, but by his external appearance, it doesn't seem to be. That is why dhoti, kurta. So that is all the external appearance. Like Pratap Rudra was given mercy by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he came to Vallabha garden. At that time, Ramananda Rai, everybody what they told, first you remove this kingly attire and come in the simple Vaishnava dress. Just by seeing a Vaishnava Shikha in the head, small hairs, automatically you feel, yes, I should pay obeisances. Mataji's sari, at least tilak in the head. And if you wear chudidar also, and if you danta chudidar, not come in jeans and all. I would think you should have kanti mala. So all these things, generally when you visit a temple, you should have sari. Don't try to go in any other dress. The other dresses are not actually our fashion. It is not our culture also. You may say bhakti should be from within, it should not be exhibited outside. Bhakti should be from within, that is true. But if you have a good attire, naturally when somebody looks at you, he will be benefited. That is what is given here. Shankha Chakra, he will be benefited. That is more important. And just by seeing the tilak on the head, the other person is benefited. Then you may say, why I should benefit somebody? Then for everything there is always a cross question. Why I should benefit others? I should only think of my life. I will do anything whatever I want. Anyhow, I am chanting the holy name. There is more enough. But there is a song of Narsim Mehta who says, Vaishnava Janato Ene Kaye Jai Been Parai Lage. What is that song, Aruna Mataji? Please sing that song.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीर पड़ाई जाने रे.
That means you're always thinking about others, isn't it? You're thinking about giving some benefit to others. That is the life of a Vaishnava. So just by seeing your attire, just by seeing your dress, how you come with the tilak on the head, with kanti, just by seeing that also, he is reminded of Krishna. Even if you walk on the street, there are people who bow down. Sometimes I see, they don't know me also. When I go, they just say Hare Krishna. Very nice. In the plane also when we go, that air hostess, she says Hare Krishna. At least we give some benefit, na? Whether we are benefited or not, at least somebody is benefited. That is more important. If we chant, we are benefited naturally. If we put all these marks also, we are benefited. But more we can develop. But they are benefited more because they pay respect. They are benefited more. Just by seeing your attire and your tilak, they say Hare Krishna. So that is what is given here. Gopi Chandan. Then Shankha Chakra on the body. So in Sri Vaishnava they put Shankha Chakra. And then Tulasi Manjari on the head. So here we put Tulasi Mala. Prathame, 1.2.21, sir. 1.19.33 is the verse from first canto. प्रथमे च येषां संस्मरणात् पुंसां सद्यः शुद्धयन्ति वैग्रह किं पुनर्दर्शनस्पृशा पादशौचासनादिभिः. The first canto speaks simply by our remembering you. Our houses become instantly sanctified. Remembering whom? Remembering the Vaishnavas. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your lotus feet, and offering you a seat in our house. Just by remembering a Vaishnava, one is benefited. Instantly the house is benefited. That is the power of remembering a Vaishnava. Then what to speak of calling in the house, serving, how much benefit will be there? Okay. Now 1.2.121. Wow, this is the most important verse. Okay. You have to memorize these two verses and you will tell me on Monday. Even at night, 12 o'clock, I'll ring you. You will know that verse 214 and 218. See that? I'll call you at any time because 1 o'clock and all, I wake up. Like Bhuta, you know, I wake up. So I may call you. Don't keep your phone off. At night also, if I ask you, you should know 214 verse. Aradhananam api sarvesham Vishnu aradhanam param tasmat parataram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. Of all the verses now, the most important verse is coming. 1.2.218. ये मे भक्त जना पार्थ न मे भक्ता सते जना मद भक्ता न जये भक्तास्ते मे भक्त भक्त ते मे भक्तात्म भक्ता तमामतः तमामतः. ये मे भक्त जना पार्थ. If somebody is my devotee, ये मे भक्त जना पार्थ न मे भक्ता सते जना. He is not my devotee. What a powerful verse is. Krishna is telling in Padma Puran, Ye me bhakta jana partha name bhakta chate janaha. He is not my devotee. This is why slapping now. So somebody can say, I am not. What I have to do with the devotees? Krishna is slapping that person with this verse. Ye me bhakta jana partha name bhakta chate jana. I don't care for that person. Is not my devotee. On the contrary, mad bhaktanam chaye bhaktas. Mad bhaktanam chaye bhaktas. He is the devotee of my devotee. Te me bhakta tamamataha. I consider him to be a devotee. Is it not a powerful verse? The most powerful verse to make us understand Tadiyanam Samarchanam. Generally, we insult devotees. It's a very wrong understanding. We talk very rudely to devotees. It's a very wrong thing. We consider devotees to be very ordinary. They are not ordinary. They are the most precious jewel. Because Krishna clearly says, Ye me bhakta jana partha name bhakta chate janaha mad bhaktanam chaye bhaktas tadiyanam. Sorry. Te me bhakta tamavata. So this verse is the most important verse. Those who claim to be my devotee are not my devotees. Those who are devotees of my devotees, I consider them to be my best devotees. Always respect the devotees. What bhagya person gets, the devotees come to your houses. And what happens if we insult any devotee? The durbhagya starts. It is out of so many lifetimes, some devotee comes to the house. Immediately we should have a wonderful arrangement for the devotees to come. Even if we cannot have devotees coming to the house, We go to temple, we should always pay obeisances. If you are not able to pay physical obeisances, at least vancha kalpataru sindhu bevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. This verse should be chanted when after Tulasi Puja. And remember all those devotees to whom we have done knowingly, unknowingly, any offenses. So always chant this verse. So put this verse 214 and 218 and see that it is not for exam. It is for our real exam. That is the exam at the time of quitting the body. At that time, this is our real exam. If we really follow this, Krishna surely takes a person back to God. Okay. Next is 219. So this verse I'll not ask in the exam. I'll make it a point any time in the day, even after Bhakti Shastri, I will ask. At least that much rights you give me that I can ask you anytime these two verses. Well, these two verses are very important verses. This is the base of our devotional service. Yavanti Bhagavad Bhakti Angani Katitan Tatha Prayastavanti Tad Bhaktaha Bhakterapi Buddha Vidu. All the angas of bhakti described in relation to the Lord are also angas in relation to the devotees of the Lord. Wow. Again, powerful. Just you don't have to memorize, but what a beautiful meaning. Whatever angas of bhakti, 64 elements we saw, all that applies to the devotees also. That much love we should have for the devotees. This is the conclusion of the verse. Okay. So till 219. Aditya, you will read all the verse and all the purpose in the verse, and then the whole purpose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be read by Aruna.
Hare Krishna. 1.2.214 अथ वैष्णवानां सेवनं यथा पाद्मे आराधनानां सर्वेषां विष्णोराराधनं परं तस्मात् परतरं देवी तदीयानां समर्चनम्. Translation: Service to Vaishnavas 89 from Padma Puran 6.253.176. Of all types of worship, worship of Vishnu is supreme. O Devi, worship of his devotees, however, is even superior to that. 1.2.215 तृतीये च यत्सेवया भगवतः कूटस्थस्य मधुद्विषः रतिरासो भवेत् तीव्र पादयोर्व्यसनार्दनः. In the third canto, it is said, by serving the devotee, one will develop a fixed manifestation of bhav for the feet of the personality of Godhead, possessed of an eternal form, the enemy of the Madhu demon. That bhav vanquishes one's material distresses. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.7.19. 1.2.216. Kande cha shankhachakrankita shirasha manjari dharaha gopi chandana liptango drishtachetat agham kutaha. Also, the Skanda Puran says, where sin is for the person who has seen a Vaishnava whose body is marked with conch and disc, who has tulsi manjaris on his head, and whose limbs are smeared with gopi chandan. 1.2.217. Prathame cha 1.19.33. Yesham samsmaranata sorry. Yesham samsmaranat
Samsmaranat pumsam samsmaranat
Yesham samsmaranat pumsam sadya shuddhyanti vaigraha kim punardarshana sparsha pada saucha sanat dipihi. The first canto says, simply by our remembering you, our houses become instantly sanctified. And what to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your holy feet, and offering you a seat in your home. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.19.33. 1.2.218. Adi Purane. ये मे भक्त जना पार्था न मे भक्ता सते जना मद्भक्तानां च ये भक्ता ते मे भक्ता te me bhaktatama mataha. Adi Puran says, those who claim to be my devotees are not my devotees. Those who are the devotees of my devotees, I consider them to be my best devotees. 1.2.219 यावन्ति भगवद्भक्तेर् अङ्गानि कथितानिह प्रायस्तावन्ति तद्भक्ता भक्तेरपि बुधा विदुः. All the angas of the bhakti described in relation to the Lord are also angas in relation to the devotees of the Lord. This is the conclusion of the Vaid. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, rendering service to devotees. In the Padma Purana, there is a nice statement praising the service of the Vaishnavas or devotees. In that scriptures, Lord Shiva tells Parvati, "My dear Parvati, there are different methods of worship. And out of all such methods, the worship of the Supreme Person is considered to be the highest. But even higher than the worship of the Lord is the but even higher than the worship of the Lord is the worship of the Lord's devotees." A similar statement in the third canto, 7th chapter, verse 19 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Let me become a sincere servant of the devotees, because by serving them one can achieve unalloyed devotional service unto the lotus feet of the Lord. The service of devotees diminishes all miserable material conditions and develops within one a deep devotional love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In Skanda Purana, there is a similar statement: person whose bodies are marked with tilak, symbolizing the conch shell, will, club, and lotus, and who keep leaves of tulsi on their heads, and whose bodies are always decorated with gopi chandan, even seen once, can help this year be relieved from all sinful activities. A similar statement is found in the first canto, 19th chapter, verse 33 of Srimad Bhagavatam. There is no doubt about one's becoming freed from all reactions to sinful activities after visiting a devotee or touching his lotus feet or giving him a sitting place. Even by remembering the activities of such a Vaishnava, one becomes purified along with one's whole family. And what then can be said of rendering direct service to him? In the Adi Purana, there is a following statement by Lord Krishna himself, addressed to Arjuna: "My dear Path, one who claims to be my devotee is not so. Only a person who claims to be the devotee of my devotee is actually my devotee. No one can approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead directly. One must approach him through his pure devotees. Therefore, in the system of Vaishnava activities, the first duty is to accept a devotee as spiritual master and then to render service unto him." Sri Rupa Goswami affirms that all the quotations given in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu from different scriptures are accepted by the great acharyas and devotees of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Next. Serving the Lord according to one's position. अथा यथा वैभव महोत्सव यथा पाद्मे यः करोति महीपाल हरे गेहे मनोत्सवम् तस्यापि भवति नित्यम् हरिलोके महोत्सवः. Whatever one has, one should donate during the festivals. Donation is very important. Whatever, athasha. If you have 100 rupees, at least your 10 rupees should go for donation. That means 10% of whatever you do. Even that much you cannot do, 5%. That also you cannot do, 1%. Something should be done. O King, he who performs a festival for the temple of the Lord experiences for eternity a festival in the planet of the Lord. So it should be a festival for the Lord's temple, Harerge. Every temple has a festival. Wherever you are connected, you have to have a festival, right? In that festival, you should contribute. If you don't contribute in that, it goes away in different ways. But at least something you should give so that one will always have Mahotsava in the planet of the Lord. Now there is a big festival, April 20, in our Devasthan, inviting everyone. It is first time initiation ceremony by His Holiness Vedavyas Priya Swami Maharaj for 30 devotees in our temple. So in that there are some 8, 9, 12, 12 Brahman initiated and 18 first initiation. So I'm inviting from now only, and also the same day it is our dear Kamaloshan Prabhuji's birthday, who is now Bhakti Padma Maharaj. He is also coming. So we'll be welcoming him also, and it will be a grand festival. The first time initiation ceremony, 30 devotees are getting. So we are requesting everyone to come, to join, and take part in the festival. So next is performing devotional service in Kartik. First we'll finish it off this. Pushpa Mataji, read the verse, read the paragraph. Unmute yourself. Unmute. Unmute. Your voice is not heard. Who else can read?
Yeah. Hare Krishna. अथा यथा वैभव महोत्सवो यथा पद्मे यः करोति महीपाल हरेर्गेहे महोत्सवम् तस्यापि भवति नित्यं हरिलोके महोत्सवः. Observing festivals according to one's wealth. Verse 89 illustrated from Padma Puran. O king, he who performs a festival for the temple of the Lord experiences for eternity a festival in the planet of the Lord. Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. It should be a festival for the Lord's temple, Harer Gehe. Hare Krishna.
Okay, next. It's okay.
In the Padma
Mataji,
Puran,
purport is pending, Mataji.
Purport, read the purport also.
in the Padma Puran, there is a statement that one should perform the ceremonies for the Lord according to one's financial position. Everyone should observe the different ceremonies and celebrations of the Lord by all means.
Okay, next. Next
Done,
is
Mataji.
performing devotional service in Kartik. Kartik month is very, very important month. For devotees, this is the month where a devotee gains the strength for performing devotional service throughout the year. It's known as Urjamas. Urjeshwari. Srimati Radharani is Urjeshwari, the strength and energy of Lord. Only from Radharani you get the strength. You get the strength, you get the energy to perform. So Kartik Mass is actually dedicated to Srimati Radharani. So 221, 222, 223, they three are there in the third paragraph. Okay. So in the third paragraph of the first two, you just have to read and then atha urjadaro yatha padme यथा दामोदर भक्तवत्सलो विदितो जने तस्यायं तादृशो मासः स्वल्पमप्यौरुकारकः. Observing Urjamas. This is there in 90th verse of the 90th verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.2.9. So from Padma Puran also here the quotation is given. Just as men know that Damodar is affectionate to his devotee, the month Damodar Mas is also affectionate to the devotee. Even a little service performed during this month gives great results. Damodar is very affectionate to his devotee. Similarly, the month of Damodar is affectionate and yields great results for little service. Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Taking the excuse of this little service as some sort of huge debt, the month generally wipes out the debt with great rewards. In the frame Swalpamapi Urukarakaha, the use of executive case, that means even if little service is done, that will give huge result. Swalpa api urukaraka. Urukaraka means you do little thing. That is enough to give you huge benefit. So this month is very, very dear to devotees. Okay, 222-223. तत्रापि मथुरायं विशेषः मुक्तिं हरिर्दद्यात् अर्चितो अन्यत्रः सेविना भक्तिं तु न ददाति एव यतो वश्यकरी हरे सा त्वञ्जसा हरेर्भक्तिः लभ्यते कार्तिके नरैः मथुरायां सक्र अपि श्रीदामोदर सेवनात्. Respecting the Damodar Vrat in Mathura is glorified in the Padma Puran. Generally, devotees go to Vrindavan, Mathura. It's heavily crowded at that time. People go during the Kartik Mass. Then you'll say, what happened, Mataji? Why we don't go? Generally, we don't take to the yatras during this month because we have yatras here only. In every house, in different places, we perform Deepdan Mahotsav. So that itself invokes Lord here. The Lord being worshipped elsewhere awards material enjoyment and liberation to those worshippers. He does not give bhakti because bhakti controls the Lord. As the word is given here. Lord gives everything. He will give bhakti, he'll give mukti. But giving himself, he is very choosy to whom he should give because bhakti controls the Lord. Then he thinks, if I give bhakti to everyone, everybody will start controlling me. So then he only gives bhakti to only selected people. However, men can achieve bhakti to the Lord very easily. Now see what is given by serving Damodar during Kartik month in Mathura just once. Even once also you go. Previously we used to go. Then we followed the system of Dubai. Dubai is also known as Damodar Desh. Every Kartik festival, what they do, they go to different houses and make many devotees. So previously we used to go. Every Kartik we used to be in Vrindavan. Okay. So here, Palash, you told I'm not going to join, but you have joined. So can you read 221, 222, 223? You read the words.
No, Mataji, I'm having very bad cough and cold.
ठीक है. Aditya, you only read all those and read the
1.2.221 अथ ऊर्जादरो यथा पाद्मे यथा दामोदरो भक्त वत्सलो विदितो जने ध्यायं तादृशो मास स्वल्पम् अभ्य उरुकारकः observing Urja Vrat, verse 90 from the Padma Puran. Just as men know that Damodar is affectionate to his devotee, the Damodar month is also affectionate to the devotee. Even a little service performed during that month yields great results. 1.2.222 and 223. Tatrapi Mathurayam Visheshaha Bhuktim Muktim Harir Archito Nyatra Sevinam Bhaktim tu nadadatya eva yato vasyakari hare tatva anjasa harir bhaktir labhyate kartike nare mathurayam sakrat api sridamodara sevanat. Respecting the Damodar Vrat in Mathura is glorified in the Padma Puran. The Lord being worshipped elsewhere awards material enjoyment and liberation to those worshippers. He does not give bhakti because bhakti controls the Lord. However, man can achieve bhakti to the Lord very easily by serving Damodar during Kartik month in Mathura just once. Performing devotional service in Kartik. One of the most important of these ceremonial functions is called Urja Vrat. Urja Vrat is observed in the month of Kartik, October-November, especially in Vrindavan. There is a specific program for temple worship of the Lord in his Damodar form. Damodar refers to Krishna's being bound with rope by his mother Yashoda. It is said that just as Lord Damodar is very dear to his devotees, so the month known as Damodar or Kartik is also very dear to them. The execution of devotional service during Urja Vrat in the month of Kartik is especially recommended to be performed at Mathura. This system is still followed by many devotees. They go to Mathura or Vrindavan and stay there during the month of Kartik, specifically to perform devotional service during this period. In the Padma Purana, it is said, the Lord may offer liberation or material happiness to a devotee, but after some devotional service has been executed, particularly in Mathura during the month of Kartik, the devotees want only to attain pure devotional service unto the Lord. The purport is that Lord does not award devotional service to ordinary persons who are not serious about it, but even such unserious persons who execute devotional service according to the regulative principles during the month of Kartik and within the jurisdiction of Mathura in India are very easily awarded the Lord's personal service. Hare Krishna.
Okay, next serving, observing festivals, celebrating the Lord's activities. Let us see what Bhavishya Puran speaks about it. अथ श्री जन्मदिन यात्रा यथा भविष्योत्तरे यस्मिन् दिने प्रसूतेयं देवकी त्वां जनार्दन तद्दिनं ब्रूहि वैकुण्ठ कूर्मस्ते तत्र चोत्सवं तेन सम्यक् प्रपन्नानां प्रसादं कुरु केशवः. So observing the appearance day of the Lord. Verse 90, this is there in National of Devotion. From the Bhavishottara Purana, this is being spoken. O Janardhan, tell us the day that Devaki gave birth to you. O Vaikuntha, we will perform a festival on that day. O Keshava, may you be pleased with that festival performed by those who are completely surrendered to you. So observing the festival, very, very important. Always observe the festival, especially Janma, the birth, the most important. One second. 2 minutes, yeah. So, O Janardhana, tell us the day that Devaki gave you birth. So we want to know the day we will celebrate here, so that we will be celebrating here, so that we are completely surrendered. Those who are surrendered to you will have a festival celebration. Okay. Mataji, read 224 verse as well as the paragraph.
अथ श्रीजन्मदिन यात्रा यथा भविष्योत्तरे यस्मिन् दिने प्रसूतेयं देवकी त्वं जनार्दन तद्दिनं ब्रूहि वैकुण्ठ कूर्मस्ते तत्र कोत्सवं तेन सम्यक् प्रपन्नानां prasadam Guru Keshava. Observing the appearance day of the Lord, verse from the Bhavishottara Puran. O Janardhan, tell us the day that Devaki gave birth to you. O Vaikuntha, we'll perform a festival on that day. O Keshava, may you be pleased with the festival performed by those who are completely surrendered to you. In the Bhavishya Puran, there is a statement about observing different ceremonies, celebrating the Lord's appearance, and other transcendental activities. It is said, My Lord Janardhan, Krishna, please let us know the day when your mother Devaki gave birth to you. If you kindly inform us about this, then we shall observe a great celebration on this day. O killer of Keshi, we are souls 100% surrendered unto your lotus feet, and we wish only to please you with our ceremonies. The statement of the Bhavishya Puran gives evidence that by observing different functions in relationship with the Lord, one is sure to become pleasing to the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Next. अतः श्रीमूर्तेरङ्गरी सेवने प्रीतिः यथा आदि पुराण What Adi Purana speaks now, let us. What Bhagya we have got now. We don't know any Puranas, but somehow, at least we know the names of the Purana. Some few names, Adi Purana, Bhavishottara Purana, Narsim Purana. Isn't it? Yes, Srila Prabhupada's mercy onto us. Seeing the deity with great devotion. Adi Purana speaks about it. How to see the deities with great devotion. अतः श्री मूर्तिर अंग्री सेवने प्रीति ये अथा आदि पुराण मम नाम सदा ग्राही मम सेवा प्रिय सदा भक्तिस्तस्मै प्रदाय प्रदातव्या न तु मुक्ति कदाचन. Attachment to serving the lotus feet of the deity. Verse 96 from Nectar of Devotion. Now this is from Adi Purana. I give bhakti and never liberation to the person who is always engaged in chanting my name and serving me as the goal in his life. Seva Priya means to take one's service to the Lord as one's goal in life. Mukti means liberation devoid of bhakti. Sayuja. So Lord says, I don't give bhakti to the devotees. I give bhakti to the devotees. Bhakti means more responsibility, more service. Sometimes the devotee thinks, oh, when am I going to take rest? Krishna says, rest, wait, I'll give you more bhakti, more seva. You think of rest, you'll get more service. So better is don't think of rest. The only rest is what? Aram means what? Ajaram. Aram. That is the. And when you call Ram, then what? You have to do more service, isn't it? When Ramji will come, you'll sleep and sit or what? No. In fact, you'll do more service. Okay. Krishna very clearly says, I give more service. Okay, Aruna, read here, will stop.
Hare Krishna. अथ श्रीमृत अङ्गरी सेवने प्रीतिः यथा आदिपुराणे मम 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 नाम सदाग्रही मम सेवा प्रिया सदा भक्तिस्तस्मै प्रदात्वया न तु मुक्तिः कदाचन. Translation. Attachment to serving the lotus feet of the deity, verse 90 from Adi Purana. I give bhakti and never liberation to the person who is always engaged in chanting my name and serving me as the goal in his life. Serving the serving the deity with great devotion. It is said in the Adi Purana, a person who is constantly engaged in chanting the holy name and who feels transcendental pleasure being engaged in devotional service is certainly awarded the facilities of devotional service and is never given just mukti, liberation. Mukti means liberation from material contamination. When liberated, one does not have to take birth again in the material world. The impersonalist desire to merge into the spiritual existence to end their individual existence. But according to the Srimad Bhagavatam, Mukti is only the beginning of the one's becoming situated in his normal condition. The normal condition of every living entity is to be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. From the statement of Adi Puran, it is appear that a devotee is satisfied simply with being engaged in devotional service. He does not aspire for any liberation from material conditioned life. In other words, anyone who is engaged in devotional service is not in the material condition of life, although he may appear so. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next. Next we'll do. Maybe this also we can cover recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam from devotees. That is what is this, a very thick paragraph. 226, 227. You can complete. Not a problem. 5 minutes more you can take. You can finish it. Okay. 226. Atha Shri Bhagavata Swado Yatha Pratame Nigamakalpataro Garitam Phalam सुखमुखादमृतरसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः Bhagavata what is given in first canto, first chapter, second verse, Nigama Kalpataru, third verse. Nigama Kalpatarur Galitam Phalam. Nigama means Vedas. Galitam means the fruit which has fallen. Nigama Galitam Phalam, it has fallen from the Vedas. Nigama Kalpatarur Galitam Phalam. Now where is that fruit then? It is down where it is. Shuka Mukha. It is there in the mouth of Shukadeva Goswami. Shuka Mukha. Amruta Darva Samyutam. How it is? It's completely full of dravya. Dravya means nectar. Juice, it's only juice. There is no pea, there is no seed, special fruit. Nothing wasted. Amruta Darva Samyutam. Pibata Bhagatam Rasamalayam. Just by drinking this nectar. Rasam Alayam. Rasam Alayam means the abode of rasa. Now the meaning of rasa is juice. How is the juice? You will say sweet. Only sweet. Is it only sweet? Even sugar is also sweet. Mango juice, is it equal to sugar or something higher than sugar? There are something which cannot be described. You say sweet, but that is something which is like mango season is going to come. Can you describe the taste of mango? It's not described. In the same way, you have one rasam in South India. Generally, people say imbli ka pani. Is it imbli ka pani or? And we go further. Is it only imbli ka pani? No, it's something beyond, isn't it? Mother's milk. Ask the baby, what is the taste the baby gets? Something beyond. Something which is indescribable. You cannot describe the taste. So that is what is Bhagavatam. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. Whoever drinks Bhagavatam, Rasamalayam, he reaches that rasa which is indescribable. Muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavakaha. Let me muhuraho. Muhuraho means let me always drink that rasa. Rasikaha. Rasika means the one who is drinking. Bhuvi bhavukaha. He is completely relishing it. Bhuvi bhavuka is relishing. These include even liberated people also. The moment they hear Bhagavatam, they experience that rasa. That is how that mukti becomes bhakti. But even for that mukti to become bhakti, it takes janma. Bahunam janmanamante jnanvan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti samatma sudurlabha. Now after this, we are going to start Bhakti Vaibhava. At that time, these all verses will come. Every verse is a nectar in Bhagavad. And not only it is a nectar, it's so relishable. Just now we were doing third canto. It's a senior batch which is going on, third canto Bhakti Vaibhava. It's so wonderful. The verses were so wonderful, I don't know. Even I was feeling like to cry. The other person who is hearing is also crying. Good, I did not show my expression, but they were all crying. It's such a beautiful verses are there. You feel like to cry in that verse. And that cry is not up desperate, oh, why I'm studying. No, not that cry. Sometimes we cry, na? Oh, I have to chant. This cry is actually bliss. The bliss which one experiences, especially when you reach third canto, fourth canto. Every verse from the first canto itself is so wonderful. The moment we start hearing to the samvada, it's more wonderful. Okay. Bhuvi bhavakaha. Here, yasyam vai shriyamanayam Krishna parama purushe bhakti utpadete pumsam shokamoha bhayapaha. So this verse is given from 1.7.7 in the commentary. Whoever hears Bhagavatam, shoka moha bhaya, past, present and future. Shoka means past. We remember something and we start crying. Present, we have some moha and that is present. Bhaya, what is going to happen in future? So past, present and future miseries are solved. Shoka moha bhaya solved. Okay. So many big purpose has been given. That is why I did not want to complete this We can take it next time because I don't want to just go through it fast. Let us give nice time to these just 226, but the 226 description is also very big. So let us not do it now. We'll do it later. It's we'll meet on Monday now. It's Wednesday, directly Monday. Okay. Friday will be the class for Hindi batch. Manchakaliktharudeshapa Sindhu Devacha Pavani Vaishnavi